Hello, everyone. Jerry Moore here from Reassurance Consulting. Please visit my website at reassuranceconsulting.com. Email me at reassuranceconsulting@gmail.com. You can call me at 607 873 6736. And my trying to think of what topic I want to talk about. And I kind of figured maybe I'll talk about why I came up with Reassurance Consulting. So some of the things I've done through my life. I was a truck driver for a lot of years. I believe I've mentioned that. I was a corrections officer for a lot of years. I've mentioned that. And these professions have had their experiences, positive and negative, just like everything else. And I've learned a lot about myself, about other people, and I've experienced a lot, and health problems I've overcome, and personal tragedies, I guess you can call them, I've overcome. It's I'm not saying that my problems or my challenges or anything else is any different than anybody else. Some have had it better than me. Some have had it a lot worse than me. What I try to do is talk about what I've learned through overcoming the things that I've overcome, and I can share and maybe help others get through life. Because I think probably in the past few years, I've overcome a lot, and it's a lot of work. So consulting sort of comes from taking what I've learned and helping others to realize that the potential that we have is there because problems are there. And there's no potential without problems. Because if you don't have any problems, you don't have any challenges, if you don't have any dreams, or if you're not shooting for something or striving for something, if there's nothing in the way of what the ideal future that you imagine you having, that whatever it is that you picture yourself being in the next 10 years, 5 years, tomorrow for that matter, that if there's anything standing between you and what you want to be, that's a problem. That's a challenge. That's an obstacle. And to make decisions to get you from where you are to where you want to be is a challenge. And to kind of make a plan, to dedicate yourself to decide that this is what you want to do. It's going to take work. It's going to take decisions. It's going to take moving forward. It's going to take heartbreak. It's going to take getting injured. Is whatever it is that stands between you and your ideal future, you and what you want to be in the future, because that person exists. It's if you can imagine it, if you can imagine that person, you being that person, then that person exists. All you got to do is catch up with that person. And again, whatever it is, you want to be an actor, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a truck driver, you want to be anything you want to be, then imagine yourself as that, form it in your brain, and then work toward it. So that's the consulting part. And I made the decision to want to help people because of the things that I've done for myself, the work that I've done, the things that I've done to be able to help other people. And I am not anywhere close to where I want to be yet, but I'm definitely on the journey and I feel good about it. And one of the things was I was in therapy, and I may have mentioned this before, but when I was in therapy, the psychologist mentioned that I should become a therapist because she saw a lot in me, in the way I am, that I could help a lot of people. So that's where all this comes in. And so I jumped into research. I jumped into reading. I jumped into listening. I tried really hard to get all the negative crap out and not let anything stand in my way. And I've put a lot of resources and blood, sweat, and tears, so to speak, into realizing what it is I want to do, and realizing that it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of obstacles. And an amputee. I got a right leg amputee, and that was a journey in of itself, because you feel like you're limited now to things that you can and can't do. And sort of, when I first lost the leg, to my right leg, when I first lost my right leg, immediately I started thinking about all the things I'm not going to be able to do anymore. And it's a tough thing to have to go through. It's a very emotional thing to lose a part of your body, and then with that, you lose a lot of the things that go with missing a limb. So that's a very emotional thing. But for me, kind of think past that, and things. What I realized is part of the journey of getting from the person that you are to the person you want to be, for me, had to involve other people. I had to let other people in, not go at it on my own. And there's, some people who, hey, it's not worth it. You lost your leg. I've had people tell me that amputees only live for 2 years. Wherever they got that information from, you can find that anything you want on the internet. And I was actually told that if you amputate your leg, amputees don't live more than 2 years. Well, I've 5 years an amputee, so I passed that mark. Thank goodness. And you got to kind of go through the prosthetic of getting fitted and getting the socket and learning how to walk and dealing with sores and dealing with now you got to deal with diet. I was well over 400 pounds. I'm under 300 pounds now. And so that was a challenge in of itself, is, kind of changing the eating habits. And I've reversed a lot. I'm not on any more medication. I reversed all that. And it's a matter of looking at the person you want to be. And you can even kind of ask that person, what do I do? What do I do to get to where I want to be? And have that conversation with yourself and ask yourself, what do I need to do? What do I not need to do? Is this going to help me? Are these choices going to get me to where I want to be? Because it's very easy to get stuck in sort of a nihilistic mind frame where it's like, what's the use? I might as well just sit and play video games because it's hopeless. And that's kind of maybe where people feel, is that hopelessness of why even bother trying, because nothing's going to work out anyway. And it's little tiny decisions along the way. And that might mean giving something up, not giving up everything that's bad, but giving something up, tiny victories. That's probably the best advice, is tiny victories in the beginning. and maybe give up if sugar is your addiction, then maybe and you eat a lot of candy, drink a lot of sodas and stuff like that, then it might be a good idea to not give up all the sugar, but give up something that has sugar in it that you like. Let's soda, for an example. If you just gave up soda and continue to eat your candy and eat your stuff like that, and then eventually the soda addiction will go away. And don't replace it with something else. And then step back on something else. Because I was a highly, highly addicted to sugar and carbohydrates. And I'm not anymore. And I've lost a lot of weight. I'm healthier for it. And it's made a lot of changes. And actually, if I even try it, then I got to spit it out because I don't like it. So it's kind of had the reverse effect, where even the thought of it just so that's a good thing. So and I understand that it's tough. I'm not saying any of this is easy, but it's worth it. And set some goals. And I've said this before, that read things that are going to help you in that journey. Create a reading habit, and something small. There's a great book called Who Moved My Cheese. I don't remember the author, but it's called Who Moved My Cheese. And that is a wonderful book I would highly recommend. It's very simple, it's funny, it's humorous, it tells a great story. And Who Moved My Cheese? I would recommend that book. And again, it's working towards something. That's kind of where the consulting comes in, is that find what it is that you want to be, your ideal self. And no matter where you are, no matter what you've been through, no matter what's been done to you, if you can find your future self, kind of construct that in your mind. Construct what it is you want to be in a year. And then start making little tiny decisions toward that person, and ask that person. I know it might sound weird to some people, but ask that person. Have that conversation with yourself. What do I need to do to reach that goal of where I want to be? And I think the answers might come. And again, not easy, but worth it. And do a lot of research, do a lot of reading, and give up if you have that addiction. Then even if drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. I've never had a drug or alcohol addiction, but I have had a food addiction and others, which I won't go into, but a lot of very, very personal stuff of choices that I was making. I was doing things to my body that didn't show any scars. So so that was I've been in really, really, really bad places, and I guess the definition of hell might be to be in a bad place and then make it worse. So if you're in a bad place, then maybe every day make it a little bit better, just a tiny bit. You don't have to go crazy, just a tiny bit. Give up a little bit of something instead of trying to give up the whole thing and then getting frustrated. So just give up a little something for a month or a week or something like that, and then replace it with something else, the soda or something like that. Replace it with water or something like that, and then eventually maybe the sugar cravings will go away. And if it's alcohol or something like that, then you give up a little bit, and then maybe you'll feel that your body's and your mind, more importantly, is responding to it. Can realize that you can actually function without that vice, without that crutch. So and get help. I can only consult. I can only coach. I can't deal with depression or anything like that. I always like to mention I got a high school diploma. I'm a blue collar working guy, and I retired from corrections, and I saw firsthand, kind of things people get themselves into, and that sense of hopelessness, and it's just start small and start changing the way you see things, and change the way you think about things, and look at it a little differently, and ask your future self what you should do. And really imagine you, the ideal you in the future, what that would look like. Paint a really, really, really specific mental picture of what it is, a realistic mental picture of what it is that you want to do. Like I said, starting a business, starting a practice, becoming an actor, and whatever it is you want, whatever it is you think your future self is going to look like, create that in your mind, and then ask that you in the future what you should do. And I think maybe you might get some answers. So I hope that helps. And again, I'm just here to pass on a lot of the stuff that I learned. I read a lot of books, and that's made a huge difference. I hear a lot of people say, I hate reading, I'm not good at it, I don't have a good reading habit, and stuff like this. And the best thing that I found was, don't try to understand it, just read it, because your subconscious mind is picking up a lot more than you realize. Even though consciously you might not be understanding it, your subconscious mind is picking up on a lot. And if you read a lot of good books, then I think you'll feel a lot of changes happening, and you comprehend a lot more. It's going to help you on your journey. Anything that helps you on your journey is worth it. So, and I do offer a first time free 30-minute appointment. It's on the website. So check out the website, reassuranceconsulting.com, reassuranceconsulting@gmail.com. And the phone number is 607-873-6736. And if I can, just reach out, if we can talk and we can help out with anything right over the phone, that would be awesome. I do work via Zoom. So helping that way, we can talk on the phone, meet somewhere, stuff like that, okay? And again, first 30 minutes are free, and we can just kind of feel things out. If we can resolve that stuff in that session, that's great. If you want to add more sessions, then we could do that too. I think that's great. Okay? All right. Thank you for listening, and please like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I would love to hear some comments about, what you think of the videos, and anything that you might want me to talk about, any ideas that you have. I would appreciate it. And I would love to just expand this thing and get people helping people. That's the goal. People helping people with things that they've overcome, not with theory, but with actual, that they've actually experienced and overcome. I think that there's a lot of value in helping people get through what they've already come through. They've already gotten through. I think there's a lot of value in that, and it's not theory. So I'm an amputee who I think can help amputees. And there's a lot of, doctors out there that perform amputations, but they're not an amputee, so they can do the surgery, but they don't know what it's like to actually go through the process of learning how to function as an amputee. And I've done that, and I think I've succeeded pretty well. I go backpacking, I'll go camping. I'm 58 years old, and I have a lifestyle of a 25-year-old. So, and I ain't quitting yet, and I got a lot in me, and I'm going to keep going, and hopefully I can help a lot of people along the way. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, like, subscribe, please comment, and let me know what you think. And I'll see you soon. Thank you, and God bless. Bye.